Edinburgh was awesome, but it's time to move on. We've pointed our car north to see what we can see. North of Edinburgh is pretty dull. Seriously, pretty dull.
Nothing much going on around here.
Apparently they are mates with a place called Boring in the USA and a place called Bland in Australia. Together they have formed a society called the League of Extraordinary Communities.
There was a car that just passed.
I have not made this up. Check out Wikipedia if you want to fact check me. The rest of Scotland is also pretty dull. Well, except for the Loch Ness Monster, the most northerly point on the British mainland, John Groats, and the tallest mountain in the British Isles, Ben Nevis. So, yeah, not much at all. We shall cover all of these in good time. The road trip to the top is lined with castles and beautiful coastal landscapes and unusual stuff like this. People had told us, beware of the Scottish weather. Truth is, we had the best weather in the north of Scotland than we had in the entire 7 weeks we'd been travelling elsewhere in the UK.
Scotland!
Gorse in its natural habitat.
The unicorn, national symbol of Scotland.
Yeah, monster, 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 monster. Yeah, monster, 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 monster. The Loch Ness Monster. Is he or she real? Or not? I'm a bit of a skeptic, but I'm always happy to be proved wrong.
Loch Ness Monster, where are you?
We checked out the ruins of Urquhart Castle on the shores of Loch Ness, and from this high ground I was able to keep an eye on the loch. I didn't see anything. Or did I? Just talking about the castle for a little bit, this castle changed hands numerous times. The English, the Scots, the English, the Scots, and so it went on for a long time.
After 50 years of brutal war, the Scots were free from English domination.
And then the MacDonalds, those pesky people from the west, came and plundered it.
McDonald's came in here and took all my cattle.
And then the actual owners, the Grants, then decided it was way too much effort to hold on to, so they blew it up themselves and walked away. And that was that. But it is very picturesque. Monster, monster, where are you?
The search for the monster continues.
I recommend the Loch Ness Experience, a great visual adventure narrated by David Tennant himself.
This place inspires stories.
What did it look like? A big one?
Black and wet and huge and it's like a whale. It was with the water rolling off it. It swam in a great circle for a minute or so.
Welcome to the birth of a modern legend. A monster that looks like a plesiosaur.
Large whiskey and soda, please.
Adrian, come and introduce yourself to these lovely people.
At the end of the presentation, a poll is taken. Do you believe or not? I was surprised to see 46% of people said that they did believe. I am in the 25% that does not. But it's still good fun, and I made sure I have a nice little Loch Ness Monster trinket to take home with me. Ah, the Loch Ness Monster. A commercial success, if not a biological one. John O'Groats, one of those iconic places to visit.
She's a little bit windy!
So here we are at the top of Scotland, and there's a map of New Zealand. A few weeks ago, we'd taken photos at Land's End in the deep southwest, and now here we are at the top of the north. I don't think you're quite right there, Ian. Truth is, John O'Groats isn't the most northern point of mainland Britain, it's Dunnot's Head, this place. The most northerly spot in Britain that you can get to anyway. Mainland Britain. Dunnot Head. And then we thought we'd pop into Castle May. Now, all I knew about this place was that the Queen Mother, rest in peace, totally renovated and rejuvenated this place back in the 1950s and spent a lot of time up here. What I didn't know was that the King, King Charles himself, had just been here the day before. He still uses this place as a place to stay when he comes up this way, and he was here to open the Highland Games or something or other. This was a pretty cool place, to be honest. Rehomed from Bosnia. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? The Royal Veggie Patch. Every castle needs a tea room. They take security quite seriously around here. Ben Nevis is the tallest mountain in the United Kingdom, and the views were spectacular up to a point. That point being when we entered the cloud layer, and then we had zero visibility, kinda like Snowdon a few weeks earlier. Ben Nevis. At the top of Ben Nevis are some ruins from an old observatory that was built in the early 1900s. It provides good places to hide from the wind. Here's one for the engineering nerds. How do you easily make a boat go upriver, gaining 20 metres of vertical height over a very, very short distance? Well, one builds a system of locks, 8 in total. Built in the early 1800s, this is really clever engineering. After all that, we headed back south through Glasgow. Thanks, Topper Scotland, you've been a lot of fun. Hey, thanks for joining us on this mini adventure. There are a few more coming, so please like and subscribe. So I ordered haggis from a fish and chip shop. So I have haggis, but it's deep fried. Here we go. So last night I had haggis at the fish and chip shop. This morning I'm having haggis, the proper haggis, for breakfast. Cool.